I don't know how to start this video. Hi! So I've been wanting to do a Q&A for a while, but I never actually had the courage to do it. So I did one of those question poll thingies on Instagram. I was expecting like 3 questions or something, but you guys were actually more than that to ask questions, so it's enough for me to make a short video about it, and I'll still be able to answer all of your questions in depth. It's actually my 3rd time recording all of this because I was actually supposed to do this video facecam, but all my files were corrupted, so I had to record the whole video once more, but just with the audio. But I had another problem, so yeah, sorry if at some point I'm not really being clear when answering my questions. I don't even know at that point if I'm being repetitive or not. So yeah, now I'm just gonna answer your questions again. Akina Draw is asking, do you have animals or plants, and when did you start drawing? I don't know what to ask. You did a great job, don't worry about that. So I have a spathiphyllum, a bonsai that I'm trying to grow, and I used to have cacti, but my neighbor's cat thought it would be a good idea to smash the pot and break it. So yeah, I just lost my very own first plant that day. And I used to have 3 birds as well. They weren't really technically mine because they were in my sister's room, but they were in my house and I really liked them. And when did I start drawing? I've actually been drawing since I was a toddler pretty much, but I think I really got into it when I was maybe in primary school. And then I got my drawing tablet when I was 13, and this is when I really started to get into animation and digital art and all that stuff. Since I was a kid, I've always been drawing animals as well. I only started drawing humans when I did fan arts and stuff, but other than that, I would always make animal characters. Stella Clown is asking, is there going to be another EMV? Yes, definitely. I haven't planned anything for the moment, because I'm just trying to take a break after making 3rd of May, but I definitely think that I'm going to make another animation, but with more movement and maybe something shorter, so it's more dynamic and maybe more interesting to watch. Because I know that the problem with 3rd of May might be that it's probably a little too long for people to watch and kind of boring. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna make another video about my characters, another big animation. Varks is asking, wait, is it V-Varks or is it Varks? Or is it Varks? I'm probably making things too complicated. Anyway, Varks is asking, the closest object to your right gains sentience and tries to kill you. What do you do? Well, the closest object I have to my right now is a piece of furniture with 4 tiny wheels and a bunch of drawers, so I have no idea how I'm going to react if it just suddenly gains conscience. I guess I would just stare at it for 2 minutes and maybe faint, pass out, and yeah, just... It's not every day you see a piece of furniture waking up. I would surely have a lot of trouble getting rid of it afterwards as well. Second Day of Winter is asking, what's your favorite thing to draw? Hands, surprisingly. I really like drawing hands for some reason. I'm not specifically good at them, but I just really enjoy drawing them. I really feel like they're really important when it comes to showing the personality of a character, and I don't know, hands just make things so freaking expressive. But I also really like painting grass on Krita. It's just so soft and pleasing. I don't know, it's just relaxing. Second Day of Winter is also asking, do you do most of your drawings on paper or tablet? I usually make my sketches on paper, but when I want to make animations or finished pieces, I do it on tablet. But yeah, I pretty much spend the same amount of time on both medias. A place you want to see? I really don't know, to be honest, but if I could mention maybe countries instead, I would definitely visit Finland and Egypt, maybe Japan, I don't know. My favorite artists would definitely be Kiwi Bird, Finchwing, Amelia Both, and maybe Natyrix, because they're all so freaking good at animating and drawing really beautiful pieces, and I don't know, they just really inspire me. They're really good at what they're doing. Do you like comics? Well, that depends which kind. If you're talking about, for example, Marvel comics and all that stuff, I'm really not into it. But yeah, I really enjoy reading comics much more than I enjoy reading books in general. I used to be a huge bookworm when I was a kid, and as it's easy to tell when I'm asking a lot of questions, so you can open a YouTube channel. It is, but you're already here, so welcome. Mr. Lulu Moon is asking, what's your favorite horror game and character from it? Well, it's kind of hard to answer. I guess that technically Wick would be my favorite horror game because I've done a lot of fan arts about it, but of course there also are a lot of other horror games out there that really inspired me, like Five Nights at Freddy's. When I really started doing digital art, it was really my thing back then. But yeah, when it comes to Wick, I really love all the antagonists, all of them for different reasons, but I have to admit that I really have a preference for Tim because he's so freaking cute, trying to be edgy and serious, and yet he always fails to do it. Lonar is asking, how much time do you spend on a 1-minute animation? Well, it depends on a lot of things. For example, when I worked on 3rd of May, I divided the video in 4 parts. So each part would be 2 minutes, and 2 minutes would take me 1 month. So if you divide the thing in 2 tiny parts, it will make 1 minute of animation for 2 weeks. But here it took me much more time because there would be backgrounds and shading and colors and all that stuff. Obviously, when I'm only making animation tests, it takes me less time. For example, this tiny animation here took around 1 or 2 hours, I don't know, if you forget about the time taken by procrastination, obviously. So yeah, it just depends on how motivated I am, how complex the shot is, how much movement there is. You know, it's just really relative. There's no average time in this kind of stuff. What are you planning to do with Dandy? I really don't know how to answer this because it's kind of a general question. But yeah, as I already said, I do want to make another animation. I just don't have it planned yet. But other than that, you know, I'm just gonna make as many drawings as I can. Maybe a few comic panels here and there. You know, just making my characters live and just doing what I enjoy to do, whether it's serious or goofy content. Any other projects besides Dandy? I don't really plan any of my stuff, or when I do, I just do it on the short term. I don't really go far into the future to plan my projects, so I don't have anything planned yet. What I do want to do at the moment is maybe make less weak content to try and bring more light to other medias that inspire me, other universes that I really enjoy, just like I did with Over the Garden Wall, Frankenstein and all that stuff. I'm just doing everything that comes to my mind right now. I just do what I want, basically. Why is Daniel's tail transparent? Well, it's good that you're asking this, actually, because I feel like I've never talked about this before, but actually Daniel is partially ghosts. Only partially, because otherwise he wouldn't be living, you know. But yeah, it's actually nothing that I've never talked about before. It's just a thing that I kept from his very first design, because he was my own version of the Cheshire Cat back when I was 12 and really obsessed with Alice in Wonderland. And at some point he had a transparent tail, and I decided to keep it because I thought it was cool, and I don't regret this at all. So yeah, that's it. I hope I answered all of your questions clearly enough that you enjoyed. Again, I'm really sorry if I wasn't clear enough on some stuff. I mean, it's my 3rd time recording this, so I'm sure I missed some questions or maybe some explanations. But yeah, it was just a fun video to make. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave you there, and nope, I will tell you what the next video will be about. Frankenstein.